Okay, so my husband's been there, like I said, almost 2 years. And he has loved his job. He has loved, like I said, he's treated, not that he's made friends inside the prison, but he's treated them with respect. They've respected him in return. Because just because people do something wrong and get themselves locked up does not mean you have to treat them with disrespect. And I mean, I'm the daughter, not only am I the wife of a corrections officer, but I'm the daughter of 2 addicts. Like, I guess the beginning of March, the end of April, the end of February, we kind of heard, hey, there's corona. We went to, it didn't really bother us much. We went to Alabama to a Chris Jansen concert. On the way back, I bought masks, and I was like, okay, you kind of need to wear this to work. So the beginning of March, I sent my husband to work with their surgical mask, and they wouldn't allow him to wear it for his own protection because they had already heard that a kitchen worker, an Aramark worker, contract employee, had contracted the virus and brought it to work. A worker in education, that is a TDOC employee, had come into work and he was sick. He was running a fever. He didn't feel good. He wanted to go home. He asked 3 days in a row if he could go home. And they said no. He's tried to call in, and they said no. You can't call in. We need you here. So he finally went and got tested for the virus, and he was positive.
Oh my goodness.
And at that point, they were still not locking anybody down. He had come in contact with all of these people and exposed them to the virus because TDOC said, hey, you can't stay home. You might be sick, but you ain't staying home. All the while telling the nurses, the doctor, you can't wear PPE, even if you bring your own. It will cover too much of your identity. So, 3 weeks ago, I'd say it's been 3 weeks now, Morgan County made these masks. They literally look like bed sheets that were sewn together. They passed them out. Still didn't lock anybody down. Didn't stop anybody from not going to work that might have been exposed in education. Didn't test anybody that had been exposed in education. Not locking them down. Not testing anybody. So people started dropping. They started getting sick. They were dropping and they were trying to cover it. It didn't show up on Bledsoe County's count, I think, a week and a half ago. It started showing up on Bledsoe County's count when they started doing mass testing. But I guess it was Good Friday whenever they finally decided that they would test the officers, all of them. Now, this has been nearly a month since the first 2 people at the prison had it. The Aramark guy actually wound up on a ventilator in the hospital. So he was really sick.